There are things in your life that seem harmless to give away, until one day you realize they cost you everything. You give a little of your time, and suddenly, you have none left for yourself. You give your energy, and you feel drained without knowing why. You give your trust too easily, and it comes back as betrayal. And the worst part? Most of the time, you gave these things willingly. Not because you're weak, but because no one ever told you the truth. The truth is, not everything should be given, no matter how politely it's asked for, no matter who is asking, and no matter how guilty you feel saying no. There are certain things, that once you give them away, you don't get them back the same way again. This is where most people get it wrong. They think being a good person means always being available, always saying yes, always giving. But real strength is knowing when to stop. Real wisdom is knowing what must be protected at all costs. Because in this life, people will take as much as you allow. And if you don't set boundaries, you will slowly lose yourself trying to please everyone else. That's why in this video, we're going to go deep into 5 things you should never give people, even if they ask, even if they expect it, even if it makes you uncomfortable to hold back. These are the things that define your peace, your power, and your self-respect. And once you understand them, you will start seeing people, and situations, very differently. Before we go further, if you want more content like this that strengthens your mindset and helps you take control of your life, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because this is just the beginning. Now listen carefully, because what you're about to hear might change the way you deal with people forever. 1. Never give people your time carelessly. Most people believe time is something they can always make up for later. They say things like, "I'll rest later. I'll focus on myself tomorrow. Let me just help this person quickly." But time doesn't work like that. Once it's gone, it's gone. And yet, this is the one thing people give away the most, freely, carelessly, without thinking twice. You answer every call. You reply every message instantly. You show up whenever someone needs you, even when it disrupts your own plans. At first, it feels like you're doing the right thing. You feel needed, important, reliable. But slowly, something begins to change. You start postponing your own goals. You delay your own growth. You push aside the things that actually matter to your life, just to be available for others. And one day, you look around and realize, you've been busy, but not productive. Present for others, but absent in your own life. This is how people lose years without realizing it. Not because they were lazy, but because they were too available. From a Stoic perspective, your time is your life. Every hour you give away carelessly is a piece of your life you'll never get back. And here's the uncomfortable truth. People don't value what you give too easily. If you are always available, people assume you always will be. If you drop everything for them, they begin to expect it. Not because they're evil, but because that's human nature. People adjust to the access you give them. So when you start saying no, it shocks them. Not because you're wrong, but because they got used to you having no boundaries. You have to understand this clearly. Protecting your time is not selfish. It is necessary. You were not born to live on standby for everyone else. You have your own path, your own goals, your own life to build. And if you don't start treating your time like something valuable, no one else will. That means you have to become comfortable with disappointing people. Sometimes, you will have to ignore that call. Sometimes, you will have to say, "Not now." Sometimes, you will have to choose yourself, even when it feels uncomfortable. Because every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you are saying no to something that does. This is the discipline most people lack. They wait until they are exhausted, burnt out, frustrated, before they finally start setting boundaries. But by then, the damage is already done. The Stoics understood something powerful. You don't control how long you live, but you control how you spend the time you have. And if you spend it trying to please everyone, you will wake up one day feeling like you never truly lived for yourself. So be careful who you give your time to. Not everyone deserves access to your life. Because time is not just minutes and hours. It is your life, in its purest form. And once you understand that, you will stop giving it away so easily. 2. Never give people your energy without limits. Your energy is more valuable than you think. Because unlike time, you can be physically present somewhere, and still have nothing left inside you to give. This is how most people slowly break down, without understanding why. You spend time around people who constantly complain. People who bring problems, but never solutions. People who drain you emotionally, mentally, even spiritually. And because you want to be kind, you listen. You absorb their stress. You carry their burdens, like they are yours. At first, it feels like you're just being supportive. But over time, it starts to cost you. You feel tired, even when you haven't done much. You lose motivation for things you once cared about. Your mind feels heavy, cluttered, restless. And you don't realize, it's not your life draining you. It's the energy you keep giving away. The Stoics believed in protecting inner peace above all. Because once your mind is disturbed, everything else begins to suffer. Your focus weakens. Your discipline drops. Your emotions become harder to control. And the dangerous part is, energy drain doesn't happen all at once. It happens slowly, quietly, until one day, you feel like a different person. You have to understand this. Not everyone deserves access to your emotional space. Just because someone is going through something, does not mean you have to carry it with them. You can care, without absorbing. You can listen, without losing yourself. You can support people, without sacrificing your own stability. But that requires boundaries. And boundaries make a lot of people uncomfortable. Because when you stop entertaining negativity, when you stop reacting to drama, when you stop feeding into chaos, some people will feel like you've changed. They might say you're distant. They might say you don't care anymore. But what really changed, is that you stopped giving them unlimited access to your energy. And that is growth. You need to start paying attention to how people make you feel after interacting with them. Not during, but after. Do you feel lighter, or heavier? Clear, or confused? Motivated, or drained? Your body always tells the truth. And once you notice the pattern, you can no longer ignore it. Protecting your energy means making difficult choices. It means spending less time with certain people. It means stepping away from conversations that go nowhere. It means choosing silence over unnecessary engagement. Because every moment you spend in draining environments is energy taken away from your purpose. You cannot build a strong life with weak energy. And you cannot stay mentally sharp if you're constantly surrounded by negativity. This is why discipline is not just about actions. It's also about what you allow into your mind. The Stoics didn't just train their behavior. They trained their inner world. And you must do the same. Because if you don't protect your energy, someone else will consume it without even realizing it. So be selective. Be intentional. Be aware. Because your energy is the fuel for your entire life. And once you start guarding it, everything about you begins to change. 3. Never give people unlimited access to you. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is allowing people to feel like they can reach you anytime, for anything, without limits. At first, it feels harmless. You want to be available. You want to be dependable. You don't want to seem difficult or distant. So you keep your doors open, all the time. Your phone is always on. Your attention is always ready. Your presence is always within reach. But what you don't realize is this. The more available you are, the less respected you become. Not because people are bad, but because constant access removes value. When people know they can get you anytime, they stop appreciating your time. They stop considering your schedule. They stop respecting your space. You become convenient. And convenience is rarely respected. From a Stoic perspective, your life should not be open to everyone at all times. Your attention is a resource. Your presence is a privilege. And if you treat it like it's always available, people will treat it like it's nothing special. This is why you need distance. Not to push people away, but to maintain your value. Because distance creates respect. It gives people time to think, time to appreciate, time to realize that access to you is not guaranteed. And this is where many people struggle. They confuse boundaries with rejection. They think creating space means they're being cold or unfriendly. But that's not the truth. You can be kind and still have limits. You can be respectful and still protect your space. You can care about people and still not be available 24/7. In fact, the more you respect your own boundaries, the more others are forced to respect them too. But it won't happen immediately. At first, people will test you. They'll call repeatedly. They'll expect instant replies. They'll act surprised when you don't respond the way you used to. And this is where discipline comes in. Because if you break your own boundaries, you teach people that your limits are not real. Consistency is what creates respect. Not words. You don't need to announce your boundaries loudly. You show them through your actions. By not answering every call. By taking your time to respond. By choosing when and how you engage. And over time, people adjust. They begin to respect your space. They begin to value your presence more. They begin to understand that access to you is earned, not assumed. This is how you take control back. Because without boundaries, you don't own your time. You don't control your focus. You don't protect your peace. You become reactive, instead of intentional. And a reactive life is a distracted life. The Stoics lived differently. They understood that a calm, controlled life requires distance from constant interruption. They were not available to everything, because they were committed to what truly mattered. And you need that same level of control. Because if you are always within reach, you will never have the space to grow. Growth requires silence. Focus requires distance. Peace requires boundaries. So don't be afraid to step back. Don't be afraid to create space. Don't be afraid to become less accessible. Because the right people will respect your boundaries. And the wrong ones will reveal themselves when you finally set them. 4. Never give people your self-respect. There is one thing, that once you lose it, everything else begins to fall apart. Your self-respect. And the dangerous part is, you don't lose it all at once. You lose it in small moments. When you stay silent, even though you were disrespected. When you tolerate behavior you know is wrong. When you accept less than what you know you deserve. At first, it seems like you're keeping the peace. You tell yourself, it's not a big deal. You convince yourself, let me just let it go. But every time you do that, something inside you weakens. Because deep down, you know. You know when something crosses the line. You know when someone is taking advantage of you. You know when you're being treated in a way that doesn't sit right with your values. And when you ignore that feeling, you are teaching yourself that your standards don't matter. This is how self-respect fades. Not through one big decision, but through repeated compromise. The Stoics believe that your character is your true wealth. Not money. Not status. Not approval. But who you are, when no one is watching, and when everyone is testing you. And self-respect is the foundation of that character. Without it, you become easy to control. People start to see what you tolerate. And they adjust their behavior accordingly. If you accept disrespect once, it becomes easier for them to do it again. If you allow people to cross your boundaries, they will keep pushing further. Not because they hate you, but because you showed them they can. This is a hard truth, but it's necessary. You cannot expect people to respect you if you don't respect yourself first. And self-respect is not about being aggressive or confrontational. It's about standards. It's about knowing what you will accept and what you will walk away from. It's about having the strength to say, this is not okay, even if it costs you something. Because sometimes, it will. You might lose certain people. You might lose opportunities. You might face criticism or misunderstanding. But what you gain is far more valuable. You gain clarity. You gain confidence. You gain control over your life. Because when you respect yourself, you stop chasing validation. You stop begging for attention. You stop settling for less. You start choosing, instead of accepting. And that changes everything. The Stoics lived with this mindset. They understood that external things can be taken away at any time. But your character, your values, your self-respect, those are yours to protect. And no one can take them from you, unless you give them away. So be careful in those small moments. The moments where it's easier to stay quiet. The moments where it's easier to ignore the discomfort. The moments where it's easier to accept less, just to avoid conflict. Because those are the moments that define you. That's where self-respect is either strengthened or slowly destroyed. Stand firm. Even when it's uncomfortable. Even when it's inconvenient. Even when it costs you. Because once you build that standard, people will see it. And they will treat you accordingly. 5. Never give people your peace of mind. There is something more valuable than money, more important than approval, and harder to protect than anything else in your life. Your peace of mind. And yet, this is what most people give away, without even realizing it. You let someone's words stay in your head all day. You replay conversations, over and over again. You stress about what people think, what they said, what they might do next. And slowly, your mind becomes crowded. Not with your own thoughts, but with noise. This is how peace disappears. Not through chaos on the outside, but through lack of control on the inside. The Stoics understood this deeply. They believed that true power comes from controlling your inner world, not external events. Because you cannot stop people from talking. You cannot stop situations from happening. You cannot control everything around you. But you can control how much of it you allow into your mind. And that's where most people lose. They give people free rent in their head. Someone disrespects them, and they carry it for days. Someone doubts them, and they start questioning themselves. Someone criticizes them, and it destroys their mood. Not because those things are powerful, but because they were allowed to stay. You have to understand this clearly. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every situation deserves your reaction. Not every person deserves access to your thoughts. Peace of mind is something you protect, intentionally. It requires discipline. Because your mind will naturally try to hold on to things. It will replay moments. It will imagine scenarios. It will create problems that don't even exist. And if you don't take control, you will live in constant mental noise. This is why you must learn to let go. Not because what happened didn't matter, but because your peace matters more. Holding on to anger doesn't punish the other person. It punishes you. Holding on to stress doesn't solve the problem. It drains your strength. Holding on to negativity doesn't protect you. It limits you. So you have to make a decision. What is worth your mind, and what is not? Because every thought you entertain shapes your state of being. And your state of being shapes your entire life. The Stoics practiced this daily. They observed their thoughts. They questioned their reactions. They refused to let external events control their inner state. And that is a level of discipline most people never reach. But you can. It starts with awareness. Noticing when something is disturbing your peace. Recognizing when your mind is holding on to unnecessary weight. And then making a choice. To release it. To move on. To refocus. To protect your inner calm, no matter what is happening outside. Because at the end of the day, if you lose your peace, you lose yourself. So be careful what you allow into your mind. Guard it. Control it. Strengthen it. Because your peace of mind is not something people should have access to. It is something you protect at all costs. You've just heard 5 things that most people give away without thinking, and spend years trying to get back. Your time, your energy, your access, your self-respect, your peace of mind. Individually, they may not seem like much. But together, they define your entire life. Lose control of them, and you lose control of yourself. Protect them, and everything begins to change. Because this is what separates people who feel constantly drained, from those who move with clarity and purpose. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's not even circumstances. It's discipline. The discipline to say no, when it's easier to say yes. The discipline to walk away, when it's easier to stay. The discipline to choose yourself, even when it feels uncomfortable. Most people won't do this. They will keep over-giving. They will keep over-explaining. They will keep allowing people to take more than they should. And then they'll wonder why they feel exhausted, distracted, and stuck. But now, you see it differently. Now you understand that every time you give something away, there is a cost. And the question you need to start asking yourself is simple. Is it worth it? Is this person worth my time? Is this situation worth my energy? Is this moment worth my peace? Because if the answer is no, you need to have the strength to step back. Not with anger. Not with ego. But with clarity. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. You don't need to be available all the time. You don't need to sacrifice your well-being just to be accepted. Your life becomes powerful the moment you stop giving away what should be protected. And this is not something you do once. It's something you practice every single day. In your conversations. In your decisions. In your reactions. That's how you build a life that feels controlled, intentional, and peaceful. So from this moment on, be more aware of what you give. Be more intentional with who you give it to. And most importantly, know when to hold back. Because not everything that is asked of you deserves a yes. If this message made you think differently, even for a moment, then don't stop here. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this, content that challenges how you think, strengthens your mindset, and helps you take back control of your life. And if you made it this far,